Welcome back. It's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. Today from McFarlane Toys in their DC Multiverse line, we are featuring the McFarlane Gold Label Collection Robin, aka Damian Wayne, as he appears in the comic book series DC vs. Vampires. Okay, so I've been avoiding all the vampire themed characters since their inception in the McFarlane toy line. For one, I didn't really catch on to the comic book series, and I had no real sentimental attachment to any of the figures. Don't get me wrong, they're all really well done, incredibly beautiful. I love the Batman one. There's a Target near my work, and there's still one vampire Batman sitting on the shelves. Wait, take it back. It's not the not Target. I think it might be Walmart. 'Cause I think might have been a Walmart exclusive. But there's still one vampire Batman sitting on the shelves, and every time I'm in the shop, I'm always just looking at it, and it looks really cool. So what sucked me into buying one of the vampire figures is that they made a Robin one, and I'm a huge fan of Damian Wayne, aka Robin. Damian's my favorite Robin ever, period. And I thought this looked like a fantastic figure just because I'm such a huge fan of Damian, and I thought the costume looks great, and you get the extra accessories and stuff. So, I could swap it out onto some of my other Robin figures. But it's such a fantastic looking figure, even though he's a vampire. But it looks great. As you can see here, he comes with the wooden stake, extra pair of hands, which is awesome. Damian is the son of Talia al Ghul, and he's trained in the ways of the League of Assassins, so it's always cool that he gets a sword. On the back, nice image pulled from the books, and as you can see, he's holding the wooden stake in one hand. So it looks fantastic, and even though I didn't buy any of the other vampire figures, having this just kind of entices me a little bit more. So who knows? Maybe in the future, I'll pull the trigger and actually buy at least a Batman vampire figure. But yeah, I'm excited to check this one out. I was kind of stoked to find this on the shelves. It was one of those figures that, even though I wasn't too keen on it when I first saw the social media posts, seeing it in hand and then just getting the idea of like this buying this figure and maybe doing head swaps kind of sealed the deal. So don't forget, you get the action figure stand and also the trading card. Now, first impressions of the figure while it's in the tray. It looks great. The one thing I'd like about this figure so much is that the color scheme is really vibrant and it really pops. It's very true to the Robin design. I love the skinnier, lankier teenage proportions of the figure. With the really skinny legs, the smaller frame. The head sculpt looks awesome too. He's really baring his fangs and snarling at you. And then there's the wooden stake and the extra hands, which comes in handy, especially if you're a kit basher or customizer, or if you have other Robin figures in your collection, you want to outfit them with different hands to make them emote differently. I love the cape. Since Tim Drake, many of the Robins have had the dual colored cape with the yellow inside and the black exterior. There's a nice texture on it also. And the cape's not too wide, it's not too crazy. For me, it's just right. Normally, I do prefer a much more neutral cape, but since this one's so small, I could kind of look past that. Yeah, so it looks fantastic. I love the look. He's really baring his fangs in this one. I love how his mouth is so exaggerated. You can see the gum line and the fangs are nice and pointy. It's not the cleanest of sculpts around the teeth, but I think for the most part, when you're looking at it from a distance, you're not really going to care. The hair is awesome, incredibly detailed and really dynamic and flowing, especially toward the front. Nice texture throughout the uniform. You know, he kind of has that micro scale mail on the arms and legs. The boots are well done. He kind of has the sneakers. I never noticed that detail before. He has the, instead of like a Nike swoosh, it's kind of like a W. It's almost like Wayne Enterprises on the boots. That's kind of cool. I dig that. Sculpted details on the soles. Even though this is an older figure, this will give you an idea of the height. Some of the older McFarlane figures were kind of really tall, but I think over here it kind of makes sense. You know, he's standing next to Bruce, so you could kind of see. He'll pair well with any Batman figure, just because of his height. But I think it looks even better when you have one of the older figures, because the figures are a little bit more taller, so it really emphasizes the height difference. This kind of works too, because the McFarlane Batman is very stylized, and it has like a very unique, almost like gothic elements in some of the costume. And then with the addition of the blades here, it feels very appropriate to have like, you know, a vampire Robin next to him. You know, it almost feels like there's a story going on here. So the articulation is as follows. You have movement in the head. Looks down about there. Does he look up? That's pretty decent. It's all right. He does have articulation in the arms, but as you can see, the overlying piece on the shoulders kind of hinders the movement from going upward and outward. But I think it's forgivable because it's such a great looking figure. He has a swivel above the bicep, double pinned elbows, articulated wrists. I love how the cuffs of the glove overlap the ball joint, so it kind of hides that unsightly ball joint that's sometimes evident in some McFarlane figures. He does crunch at the waist. The body piece here is kind of like a hollow, soft, rubbery plastic, so there is a mechanism, it feels like, inside of the body. He does swivel also, but I think due to the nature of his uniform, with this kind of tightly fitting around his hips, it makes it, it's not that it's super difficult, but it's a little bit more snug than usual. His legs will kick up about there, which is alright. And it could go full splits, it feels like. Double pinned knees and articulated ankles and toes. For me, this is a wonderful figure. Even though I'm not into the DC Vampires line, you know, with an easy head swap, you can make this your go-to Robin. So yeah, it's a wonderful figure. It's just awesome. The presentation's fantastic, and I am warming up to the idea of maybe getting another vampire figure or two, or at least, you know, getting the Batman vampire figure, just to pair them up together. But like I said, I think the McFarlane designed one, even though it's not related in story-wise, you know, I think they at least look pretty decent next to each other. You know, like in my head, maybe Damian's turned vampire and Bruce is trying to find the cure, who knows. But it looks cool. I dig this figure a lot. It's well worth the purchase. All right, so let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.